Hello, I am Mr.Clean and welcome back to the VR news. Today we're going to be talking about some crazy subjects, from things like the Pimax insane headset that is just, I don't even know if I understand what it is, and then we have some other news like the Quest Pro controllers getting way too hot. Too hot. Too hot. So we're going to dive straight into the week's news with the release of Among Us VR. Among Us VR has finally dropped, which is absolutely freaking insane. I am so chuffed with this game. It's a lot of fun to play. I dropped a video that is linked in the description down below if you want to go check it out, and of course in the pinned card thing up here, and I got a chance to play it with a bunch of different creators. I had access to it for about a week before it released, which meant I got to go in a load of different play sessions with a load of different creators, and oh my god, the fun that came out of that game was just outrageous. I had such a good time with it. I fully recommend that you pick this game up, but I will say with a disclaimer that I do think you should try and make sure that you have a friend group that you're going to play this with a lot, because it will definitely assist you in the fun you're going to have with it. Playing with randoms might not have the same effect, or possibly just squeaking children. Yeah, we've all met them. Then the squeakers are probably going to be real in this game, but nonetheless, very cool game. I'm very excited to have it out there in the wild where we can finally go and experience this with our friends. So good job, Shell Games. In other news, Smash Drums, one of my absolute favourite rhythm games, is getting a massive update pretty darn soon, so keep your eyes peeled. I'm also going to link down below the Twitter account for Smash Drums. Go and follow them. Mr. Potem, the developer, is an absolute bloody legend, and we will hopefully be doing some bit of coverage on that as well on the channel. But I like Smash Drums. Also, there is a Rhys set in there, so hey, pretty cool. You should play with that. And yeah, definitely just keep an eye out on this one, because it's going to be good. Next up in the exciting news though, the crazy exciting news, is the PSVR 2 has got a pre-order date and a release date given to us now finally, as well as like 4 extra games that they are going to be telling us about. I'm very excited about this, and if you want to see a bit more of an extensive look into the games that are coming for it, there is a video up in the card above you. I know, I shouldn't be trying to get your attention off of this video. You should be staying right here until the end and then go watch this or some other content that I have produced for you. Now, one thing I will say just before we go any further is, bruh, have you smashed like on this video yet? Because you should have. I'm watching you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, this month you'll be able to go and pre-order the PSVR 2. But in order to do that, you do need to register your account, and then they will email you a time slot for you to go and buy 1 single unit of PSVR 2. So I think they're doing this to sort of like counteract the scalpers. I'm really down with this, and after the whole issues that we had with the PS5 releasing, I really hope that this fixes those issues, and a massive scalpers. This will then be releasing for us on the 22nd of February 2023, so not a massive amount of time to wait. I mean, it's still too long because I just really want to get my hands on this console, but nonetheless, I am freaking hyped out of my mind for this, and I'm excited to see what the future is going to hold for the PSVR 2. Are you excited? Let me know in the comments down below. I've seen a real mixed bag of responses to this one, as the price is $550. Not cheap, but what you're getting for it is a high-end experience, so, you know. Anyway, let's move on to the next subject. Next up, we have the Pimax Portal. Yeah. That's its name. Now, notoriously, Pimax has overpromised and underdelivered on really all of their products so far, which has been kind of an interesting thing to witness. And we also seem to get a new headset reveal from them about every 5 minutes, and then they actually come to fruition almost never. So my lack of faith in this actually existing is I guess kind of fair. I mean, they do make some very cool high-end headsets, in fact so high-end that I don't even think there's a PC that exists that can really run it yet, but nonetheless they do make products. They're not scammers, but they definitely daydream a bit too much, I think, when they are talking about these things. So this new device, the Pimax Portal, what is it all about? So imagine that you have a mobile phone that's also a Switch, is also dockable to your TV, and also can slide into a headset and make it VR. Sorry, VR 0.3. the future of VR, apparently. So let's rewind a little bit here and let's chat just a little bit about what this thing actually does. So yeah, it's a phone. I think it's a phone as well. It's a Switch and it's a VR headset. Now, basically, this thing is kind of like a Google Cardboard on steroids, beefed up, beefy. Yeah, that was a weird little interlude. But yeah, this thing is just a beefed up Google Cardboard, essentially. So I don't know. I'm very interested to see what kind of experience this thing is going to come out with. The controllers magnetically connect to the side of it, which I'm also very interested in because it didn't look like they had any locking system whatsoever. So if you do this, do they just fly off? Do you just drop that 600-pound piece of technology onto the ground and smash into 1,000 bits? Maybe. But they are boasting to have the highest resolution screen. Also very interested to see about that because I'm not sure that is definitely the case, but they are saying that it is, so I will trust their words. But it does feel like I'm not sure because the iPad Retina screens are crazy, so I would be interested to know if that's the case for real. Then of course the functionality of this thing sliding into your headset, and then the two little I guess nunchuck controller style things slide into like Oculus Rift looking kind of controllers, and then become your controllers and become your VR headset. I mean, the concept of it is pretty damn cool. I don't think anyone can deny that, but the functionality of this thing is what really intrigues me because, I don't know, like, can they pull this off? I mean, maybe. Big questions. The other products that they're selling alongside this is various different styles of headsets with changeable lenses that are in there. Some giving you wider FOV, some giving you smaller FOV. I mean, maybe just give us the wider FOV if it's good. I don't know why you'd want to change that. Then you have like the social interaction side of it where one of them has like freaking eye trackers and face trackers. So I don't know. It sounds good on paper, I suppose, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinion on this product down below. I'm not going to go into all the specs of it and everything because honestly, I think, you know, if I was that interested, I would do a dedicated video to this. But yeah, I'm just confused by the whole idea of it. Just stick to one thing and do it well, in my opinion, rather than trying to make it a Swiss Army knife of virtual reality and everything else. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions about that in the comments down below. Final subject we're going to dive into today is the Quest Pro controllers overheating. There's been this random issue now. I don't know whether it's a firmware issue or whether it's an actual physical issue with the units themselves, but nonetheless, there has been quite a few reports at this point of people getting an overheating warning popping up. Mateo311 was one of the people that reported on this, another YouTuber and fellow friend of mine. And yeah, I'm kind of intrigued by this. There's been quite a few Reddit posts about it as well, where people are saying like after sort of like half an hour's use, they're getting like the controllers are getting a little bit warm to the touch, and then they're getting this warning come up in the headset saying that they're too hot. So it's interesting. Is this something that is entirely just locked into just a couple of units? I guess time will tell. Or is it just a firmware issue where maybe too much power is being delivered or something? I mean, there's a lot going on inside of a Quest Pro controller. They are essentially their own little computers. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting nonetheless. Could this be an issue? I don't know. But maybe if you spend 1,500 squid on this thing, then you're going to be kind of upset to only use it for half an hour instead of like the 2-hour battery life that it has. I don't know. I still don't know what this headset's use case is, if I'm honest. And after speaking to a lot of different people, I'm not sure that anyone really knows what this headset's use case is. I think it does a lot of things well, but it also doesn't specifically do any of them excellently. So it's an interesting headset. For the price, I definitely would not recommend anyone pick one up. But yeah, it's an interesting time to be alive. Anyway, that's going to do us for this week's news video. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's nice to come back. I love talking about virtual reality, so any opportunity to sit here and jabber with you wonderful people of the community is awesome. So if you enjoyed this, please do consider smashing that like button. I would really appreciate it, as I do put a lot of effort into these videos and I just want a like. Just give me a like. Or don't. And of course, the obligatory YouTube thing, subscribe. That would be nice.